The city of Chicago. With its proud standing skyscrapers, its stunning skyline, and its iconic and excellent architecture, it's no wonder it's considered one of the most beautiful cities in the world. However, this beauty has an ugly history. A history of crime and corruption that still seems to be going strong today. In this documentary, we'll be exploring the criminal underworld of Chicago, but due to just how much there is to this story, we'll keep it short and concise so we don't waste your time. So, without further ado, let's get right into this documentary. Now, the question we should be asking ourselves is, how did it start? To answer this, we must go back in time to the 20th century to see the rise of the Chicago Mafia, known simply as the Chicago Outfit, which was a criminal syndicate/organization that consisted of mostly Italian-American men and carried out a series of organized crimes that included bootlegging, murder, loan sharking, drug trafficking, bribery, and hijacking, just to name a few. The mobs have a long history, so today we'll only be looking at only three major points of the mob's history: the James Colosimo/Johnny Torrio era, Al Capone's reign, and the extreme tone down of the mob's power. James Colosimo was the one who started it all. In the year of 1895, Colosimo emigrated to Chicago, and at first he was shining shoes and selling newspapers, but moved into petty thievery. Fast forward a couple of years, and Colosimo is the bagman of two Chicago politicians, John Coughlin and Michael Kenna, who just so happen to be some of the most corrupt Chicago politicians in this city's history. Owning over 200 brothels, Colosimo was living large and even conspired with an Italian-American extortion scheme known as the Black Hand, which was basically a bunch of immigrants threatening residents for money. However, Colosimo's position at the top not only gave rise to future leaders Johnny Torrio and Al Capone, but it also led to his downfall and death. Johnny Torrio. Long story short, Colosimo refused to take part in the Prohibition era's money opportunities. This angered Torrio. However, due to his position as second in command of the mob, Colosimo's death gave control of the mob to Torrio. Fast forward a couple years and he ended up in jail because an Irish rival of his named Dean O'Banion sold him a liquor brewery. Keep in mind, alcoholic beverages were illegal to make and distribute at the time, and Torrio was at the top of the liquor distribution chain. Well, sort of. And it was raided by the police. Soon after, gunmen killed the Irishman. Soon after that, he almost got gunned down to death. Soon after that, but barely survived. Soon after that, he moved to Italy and gave the mob to Al Capone. Long after that, he died of a heart attack on April 16, 1957. Al Capone. Again, long story short, after Torrio's resignation, Capone took over, allowing for the legacy of the syndicate to continue. After being responsible for the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929, plenty of murders, and his continued involvement in the Prohibition has landed him in the infamous Alcatraz prison. Soon after being released, he died of syphilis. You see, the conflict with all of this is the fact that Chicago was under the control of men who did terrible things simply for money and power. When it comes to a solution for these problems, there were many, including Al Capone's death and investigations being done in the outfit that ultimately weakened their power and loosened their influence in the city. Now, to our conclusion, Chicago has a very bloody and dark criminal past, but we can learn from these experiences in order to prevent these things from ever happening again, and allowing our city of Chicago to be a safe and legit place to work and live. I hope you all enjoyed this documentary. So now, as a quick little special, me and my partner decided we'd work on a sort of reenactment of James Colosimo's death. I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll catch you later. So my boy Mr. Torrio decided to call us in here because, why did you want to call us in here again? I forgot. Oh yeah, 'cause there's no bootlegging business going on. We can make bank on it. You know, selling illegal liquor, that stuff goes high. You get me? Yeah, as much as I like the idea of making a bunch of money, I also don't want to be burnt toast. Because if they trace that stuff back to us, we're finished. Kaboom. Kapow. We done, and you're the stupid ass that recommended that we do this. So, I say we don't. Capiche? Yeah, I guess we could not do it. Wait, so you mean you left the package at me that was given to you by bootleggers? Alright, I'll just come pick it up in my cafe at around 9 o'clock. See you then. Oh, that's strange. Where's my package?